Hello guys, this is IntoCryptoSpace. Let's talk about Crow with Knife. Caw. So the biggest thing on everybody's mind, that exchange listing. Is it happening? What's going down? And what to expect? So the first, is it going down? So this is where there's some negativity when it comes to this little time period, right? Everybody's had that bad experience where they put a little too much trust, or just put trust in general into individuals that really didn't deserve it, and a lot of us have or can describe of an experience that we got burned. That's why I believe the day after, why there was a little bit of a sell-off. Couple people sell, and what ends up happening is that kind of creates or kind of puts more volume on the suspicion of it all, right? But at the end of the day, I always like to say he as in Destruction, the CEO, has never done anything that hasn't been for the community. He always pushes the initiative. He's always been super transparent with his wallets, what other people are doing, and his intentions. And from someone that has 4% of the supply, which isn't a lot compared to what other CEOs or teams allocate to themselves, there's no reason to really hinder this, because it can become so much more. I can tell you that he has shared multiple screenshots or asked for information from the community, what the white paper or the crawl paper should include. Some of the things that they take noticeable difference in, it's we're introducing ourselves predominantly into the Asian market, so a lot of the stuff needed to be translated. Along with that, talking about images, logos, this is stuff that you would normally see on application. And for him asking us or including us in this process, it really puts the community together on this, because again, it's not really what one person can do, it's what the community can do. That's meme culture, and that is why we're the number one meme project on the Chronos chain. Corgi AI has already gotten there, but we are coming up and we are going to be taking over, no doubt. All right, and now number 2. What to expect from this exchange listing. So pretty cool here, right? These are kind of cool facts to know. Bitmart actually has more volume, trading volume in a 24-hour period than Crypto.com. Again, small discrepancies is not the biggest thing. The biggest thing, in my regard, is the fact that this will really introduce us in a predominantly Asian market, which is amazing, because as of right now, it's kind of an untapped market for people in Chronos. Respectively, they have their exchanges, they have their tokens that they predominantly push into. This is going to be a push into a whole new category. The amount of hype that we can generate, the amount of exposure, along with an exchange that has more volume than Crypto.com, this could be very bullish, right? So they're pushing on to a 2.6, 2.7 nearly billion volume within a 24-hour period. And just to compare, we have Crypto.com's up as well. They're just under a 2.5 billion. Again, small discrepancy between the two, but the biggest thing in my eyes is the exposure into a certain audience group that is untouched as of yet. And this comes bear in mind, when you start the process of getting enlisted on an exchange, it turns into kind of like a domino effect, right? So the amount of time in between these periods now that we get listed, we get these offers, the exposure, and again, the team in the community, we have pushed to set up a foundation where we have bridges on all the top ecosystems, including some that we're adding, right, in the near-time future. So we're setting up the foundations for people that like the DEX side, the decentralized route, and now we're pushing our way where going on to exchange listings will just kind of turn into a domino effect, like I said, and it's just going to go faster and faster. We're going to get listed and listed, and before you know it, we're well over our 250, 500 million market cap. And that's only the beginning. And what do we have to expect for this week, right? We have been told that the 19th should be the day of the listing, if not sooner, if not a day after, right? So that is within a week's time frame. Now, to kind of strategize this week forward, right? It's going to get to a point where the selling off, the buying, it's going to start to kind of trade sideways for a little bit, up until I'm thinking about Tuesday, Wednesday by the latest. There's these things out there, quote unquote token sniffers, right? And the moment that there's a potential listing, that process has started where they've kind of compared and contrast, they can start to recognize when a token is going to get listed, right? And there's accounts everywhere. There's going to be a pre-screening per se, and there's going to be a tweet pushed out by one of these other profiles, these other accounts, and it's going to say CAW is going to be listed on Bitmart, right? That's going to generate a little bit of hype, a little bit of suspicion on both ends, right? Because you need hype, right? You need FOMO. You need it on both ends, right? There's going to be people that question it, and there's going to be people that are super bullish about it, and they want to get in before the actual announcement happens. And that's okay if you don't want to play on both sides. That's perfectly fine, because then the next step that happens is that Bitmart will actually announce us. And when they announce us, that is game over. If you're looking to wait and you didn't get in, too late. Now the opportunity has passed to make your 3 to 5x gains within a 5-day period. Because who knows, when this pushes into price discovery, this could absolutely lift off. This could absolutely launch, right? And then as it's getting finished up, the UI is there and it's getting updated on the platform. All of a sudden, new token. Everybody, all those users, thousands of users looking at the platform, it's saying call has been listed. Along with that, the community itself already has some of the best social media presence around. So the matter of exposure within 24-hour period in terms of exchange, in terms of DEX, and in terms of social media, it's going to go crazy. There's, it could be a very interesting week, So retain your expectations, but just, this is a time to be excited about, just don't get too crazy with your expectations on this, right? Because it can go both ways, right? I don't know how long the quote unquote pump's going to be. I don't know when it's going to, it's going to sell off a little bit in the new consolidation phase, right? Because now it's been around that 10 mil to 8 mil for the last week and a half for Claude now. But with an exchange listing, it might be now it's 20 mil, and where a lot of people in the community were like, damn, 2 weeks ago, we could have gotten at 3 to 6 mil before it pumped up to 15 mil. And then it started consolidating at that 10 mil area. Now this is the next bump up. This is the next leg. And unfortunately, you miss those beautiful entry points, right? And this is where I always like to say, even if you don't have a lot of money or you want to be very safe with it, expose yourself a little bit. Put $25 in. Put $50 in. Because at least you can cover that profit margin. Even if it's from a small bag, you can still benefit off of it without really going, quote unquote, too balls to the walls. Now, the part that nobody likes to really talk about, the what if, right? Everybody's been burned, like I touched upon earlier, and it is what it is, right? Nobody can tell you what to do, and this is why you need to make this play yourself, right? Because there is a world where something wrong happens, something negatively happens, and everybody needs to be prepared for that, right? What I can tell you is that I'm being 100% transparent. I have a big bag of this token, and I do believe in the team. Therefore, why I, gradually increased my bag. You know, it wasn't just one purchase of a large sum. It was as I trusted the team more, as I was getting more comfortable with the community. You know, I increased my back because I believe in the team. I believe what they do, and I trust them. Like I said, they've never done anything to really prove me otherwise. But please safeguard yourself. You know, if you don't feel that trust as of yet, don't worry. Wait until after the first listing, after the second listing. You know, I wouldn't be a person that I'd look up to, even if it was to a friend, to a family. You always just got to be careful. My short-term expectations of this project, if and when it gets listed, this could easily pump into a 20-25 million market cap, right, by the end of this weekend. And with the halving happening right around that same time, this could really bring big news for this token. All of a sudden, everybody's looking at their apps. What is this token? Da 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 da. It did a 10x. It did a 5x at Bitmart. You know, now Crypto.com might be looking at it, might be listing it. You never know. It's going to be a matter of time, and then before you blink, it's listed on Crypto.com, and that's kind of, in my eyes, that is game changing because yes, we hit the Asian market with Bitmart, but with Crypto.com, there's nothing like being hosted by the chain that you're on. You know, now it's like more predominantly like this is quote unquote hashtag CrowFam, right? And once we list on there, everybody in the Chronos space, everybody knows of Crow with Knife. Everybody knows us, especially with our social media presence, the influencers, the ambassadors of Chronos themselves. They all know us. So the moment that we get listed and we get backed by the exchange, which is just a matter of time, maybe it'll just be a week, 2 weeks after we get listed on Bitmart, you know? Because they're making all that transaction volume, those trading fees, they're going to want a piece of that. And at the end of the day, maybe they want to eventually, one would like to think, support their own ecosystem. You know? So it's just a matter of time. And again, guys, do your own research. Do not use this as financial advice. I am here just to be transparent. And for entertainment purposes, we are all on a journey together. And I hope we all make money together. This is IntoCryptoSpace. Until next time.